All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're diving deep into Dolphin Network. Now, this isn't just about building a faster lane on the digital highway. They're aiming to build a completely new, intelligent road system for the entire decentralized web. So let's start with a problem we've all felt. Why do our digital highways get so backed up? I mean, if you've ever used a blockchain, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Your transactions get stuck, services can just go down, and trying to launch a new dApp, it feels like you're trying to navigate a maze in the dark. These are the exact headaches Dolphin Network is designed to fix. It's literally a digital traffic jam. I want you to picture a massive city's road network during rush hour. Every single transaction is a car, and when everyone tries to move at once, bam, gridlock. The whole system just slows to a crawl, and the cost to move, the gas fees, they just skyrocket. For a lot of blockchains, including big ones like BNB chain, this is just a daily reality. So the big question is, how do we build an express lane to get around all this mess? Well, that's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the current challenges, then get into what Dolphin Network actually is. We'll break down its smart hybrid architecture, look at the DeDNS revolution, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for that. And finally, check out future use cases and their roadmap. Okay, let's get into it. What exactly is Dolphin Network? And it's really, really important to get this right off the bat. This is not just another layer 2 trying to make transactions a little cheaper. No, it's something way more fundamental. At its core, Dolphin is an infrastructure layer for identity and connectivity. See, it's not just a scaling solution. It's a really smart hybrid built inside the AMR chain ecosystem. Think of it like this powerful bridge. On one side, you've got the rock-solid security of its parent chain, AMR chain. And on the other side, it plugs directly into the massive user base and all that liquidity on the BNB chain. All right, so how in the world does Dolphin pull this off? How does it actually get the best of both worlds? Well, the magic is really in its smart, symbiotic architecture. It's actually a beautifully simple 3-step process. So first, all your transactions and smart contracts run at lightning speed on the Dolphin layer itself. Super fast. Then all those transactions get bundled up and compressed into these things called rollups. You can just think of them as these super efficient data packages. And finally, a small, compact proof of that whole bundle gets sent down to the AMR chain mainnet, where it's recorded permanently and securely. And that right there is how you get the best of both worlds. You get the fortress-like security of the main layer 1, which is AMR chain, but you get to operate with all the speed and low costs of a layer 2. It's really about having security you don't have to compromise on with performance that feels limitless. Okay, now this is where Dolphin tackles one of the biggest, most annoying friction points in all of Web3, gas tokens. And what they're doing here is a total game changer for user experience. You know how it is with most layer 2s, right? You have to go out, find their special new token, buy it, and manage it just to pay for gas fees. It's a hassle. Well, Dolphin just cuts right through all of that complexity. It uses BNB, a token millions of people already have, as its native gas token. This is huge. It means any developer or user on the BNB chain can jump on board instantly. No extra swaps, no bridges, no headaches. It's such a simple but brilliant way to bring in users and liquidity from day one. But honestly, speed and low costs are just the beginning. Dolphin's most revolutionary feature, well, it might just be how it's completely rebuilding one of the internet's oldest and most important pillars, the domain name system, or DNS. So Dolphin introduces something called DDNS, which stands for Decentralized Domain Name System. Now, here's the critical part. This isn't just an app that's running on top of the network, kind of like ENS on Ethereum. No. DDNS is woven into the very fabric of the Dolphin protocol. It's part of its DNA. It's a core native function of the chain itself. So what does that actually mean for us? It means those crazy long, impossible to remember wallet addresses, the 0x71c ones, are gone. You can replace them with simple, human-readable names. Think names that end in things like .dolphin, .amr, or .orca. And this is where it gets really powerful. That simple name becomes your unified digital identity. It's not just a nickname for one wallet. It's a whole profile stored on-chain that can point to all your wallets, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your AMR. It can even hold encrypted data for secure messaging or point to your decentralized website on IPFS. It's your one name for everything. And this is why this matters so much. It creates a truly uncensorable internet. See, when you type a .dolphin address into their native deep ocean browser, your request doesn't go to some central server owned by a big corporation which could be blocked or censored. Instead, your browser queries a Dolphin node directly. You're completely bypassing the old system. This creates a parallel web that's fundamentally resistant to censorship and control. It really puts the power back where it belongs, with you. Okay, so when you put all of this together, you've got incredible speed, super low costs, and this native identity system. What kind of next-generation apps can you actually build on top of it? Well, the possibilities are pretty huge. For starters, the network is built to be a liquidity corridor that seamlessly connects the AMR chain and EVM worlds, making moving assets back and forth a breeze. Its speed also makes it a perfect foundation for a blockchain CDN. Think decentralized media streaming without all the buffering. And for GameFi, it's a dream. It lets developers build games where thousands of tiny in-game actions can happen super fast, with practically zero fees, which means a way smoother experience for players. And their technical roadmap is laid out in 4 very clear phases. It all starts with a mainnet launch, supporting EVM and using BNB for gas. Phase 2 is where they fully switch on that DeDNS protocol we talked about. Phase 3 builds the direct atomic swap bridge to AMR chain. And then Phase 4. This is where it gets really futuristic. They plan to introduce AI agents to help with network security and fraud detection. We're talking about a hint of intelligent, self-governing networks here. So when you step back and look at the big picture, the vision here is crystal clear. Dolphin Network isn't just trying to patch up the old system or make it a bit faster. It's about laying the groundwork for an entirely new version of the internet. A Web3 that's smarter, more distributed, and way more secure right from its very foundations. And that really just leaves us with one final big question to think about. If your digital name wasn't just a label but was actually your universal key to, well, everything online, what would you build with it? What kind of incredible new apps and services does that kind of power unlock?